Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of Reality Wrap. Today, we are talking about The Bachelor. The finale is here, so we know who the winner is. And plus, we know who is the next Bachelorette.
That's gonna take some getting used to for sure.
We also have some news about Real Housewives of Potomac.
I still love him. I still massage this man's feet every night.
We have some 90-day Fiance news, and we have some House of Villain news.
This is your fault, America.
We're kicking it off with The Bachelor.
Yeah, might as well start big, right?
So big or go home, Shawnee.
As the revised spoilers said,
Yes,
Kelsey won. She is engaged to Joey. She got the final rose, blah, 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 blah. Like,
you're so excited.
I think they're so cute together, though. I think that of all the Bachelor couples that have come out in the last couple of years, I'm more excited about this one than I have been any of the others. And I think that they have more potential to actually maybe make it. So I like it.
I do. I was watching them. They're absolutely adorable. It seems very genuine. Let me tell you, when I was like, oh, I get it now. When I saw the home visit, when Kelsey went to his home and he was talking, and the way she was looking at him, I'm like, all right.
Right. And the way he looks at her too, it's so sweet.
It's like nobody else was there. It was just the two of them. And I'm like,
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Right? Like, I feel like we're spying now. Like, let me just exit this awkward third party moment.
Right. And I saw the mom looking at the dad like even she noticed. It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
I would say though, Shawnee, I'm gonna give our little Daisy props for going out like a boss.
I'm gonna do what's best for me. I'm gonna go.
She did.
I loved every minute of what Daisy did.
I did too. Like, I mean, we knew because of the spoilers that this was coming, that she was going to basically bow out and say, listen, I'm not your person, blah, blah, blah. But the way that it played out was more than I could have imagined. Like, I don't feel like it, even though I knew it was coming, I feel like it wasn't spoiled because the way that they did it, I couldn't have imagined. So,
Shawnee, so when I was watching it,
I kind of like her. I mean,
I do.
I have to admit that I'm bummed that she turned down Bachelorette now, because the way she went out would have been such a great.
But like, however, so two things. I love the way she did it. Mm-hmm. I was a little thrown off because we knew she was going to do that, right? But then, and apparently everybody read our article on our website, because when I was on Twitter, people were saying, then I see Daisy and Kelsey in the limo, and I was on Twitter, X, and everybody was like, what is happening? Did she change her mind? Why is she in the limo? Why is she?
Right.
Because I think we assumed she was going to do it before going to the location.
Mm-hmm.
So when we saw them in a limo, it seemed as if, I was like, oh, did she change her mind? Is she going to go? It was so confusing. I love that. And then I loved it. I loved her little Daisy. I am told that they're not supposed to do it, which is why this is the first time it's ever been done.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. It would ruin the show in a lot of cases for somebody to quit at the finish line. Like, and that's actually what she did.
Because that's exactly what I would do. Because you're not going to have me up there in front of the whole world telling me you don't want to be with me. I figured out you don't want to be with me. I'm bouncing. Okay?
Right. So and I read somewhere, and I'll have to look up where, that Daisy knew at the final 3 that it was Kelsey. Like, she just knew because the way he was looking at her. Like,
but also I will say I love everything about this season of The Bachelor. I love Joey. I think he's but also I love that he hinted. I feel like Joey hinted to her exactly that he wasn't gonna be. Just the things that he said to her, it's like he was saying, just know that like you're gonna find somebody who loves you.
Mm-hmm. He was telling her.
He was telling her without telling her to let her down easy. And I think I love that he did that, because he's gone through the process and was blindsided on
because he thought he had it. Right.
And so he didn't want that for her. And I love that I love that he gave her that heads up. And
Yeah.
she was smart enough to get the hint and be like,
Which again, they're not supposed to do.
Right.
I mean, think about it, production wants a blind side at the end. That's the best drama. The biggest ratings are when everybody just gasps like, you know.
Right.
Like the Leslie Fema thing when she thought she was gonna be picked.
Mm-hmm. I am happy that he had enough respect for this woman who clearly is not just on TV to be on TV, but is there to find love. And I think he recognizes that Daisy is there to find love as well. I think maybe if it was somebody else who he felt wasn't genuine, maybe he wouldn't have done that. But I think knowing that she genuinely cared for him and genuinely wanted love, I all respect to all three of them in that love triangle.
And I think it's great because going forward now, you know, Kelsey and Daisy obviously have a bond and they're great, great friends. And I hope that all three of them can just be great, great friends, you know?
Also, can we talk about how amazing these two are? Just the respect and love that they have for each. I'm obsessed.
That's like my favorite part of all of it. Yeah. How rare is that to get to the end and then the two finalists are like besties? That's awesome.
Yes. Can we show the world that we don't have to be on TV fighting over a man every time? Like it's not always that deep. Can we do that? I just loved everything about these two. So Shawnee, the moment came,
the Bachelorette.
and although I was ready to take it to the streets with my placards because I wanted Maria to be the new Bachelorette.
Me too. But word on the street is that she also didn't want it.
That's what I heard. Which shocked? Are you shocked? I'm not surprised.
I'm shocked.
I'm shocked too. I'm not.
I think there must be better things out there for her because
I'm wondering if she got all the things that would prevent her from doing them if she had taken the Bachelor role. Because
maybe.
But what's bigger than the Bachelor?
The whole thing was weird to me. No Daisy, no Maria, because they didn't want it. That's wild. When has that ever happened before?
That's what I'm saying. No, I think I'm not surprised that Daisy turned it down. Probably was just all too much for her. But Maria seems like she was ready, like she could handle this. But like
another thing that kind of struck me, because obviously the Bachelor producers or the Bachelorette producers are jumping on this opportunity to cast the first Asian American Bachelorette, which I think is great. I think Jenn Tran is great.
I think Jenn Tran is amazing.
It's really weird that they just jumped right over Rachel. And while I think that Jen is probably the better choice in terms of like charisma and just, being open and being bubbly and being like, good for the camera, Rachel was third place.
Yeah, but also I would jump over Rachel too.
I mean, yeah, but like
Rachel just did not stick out in any way.
She's too shy for that.
Yeah, I would love you,
but
Rachel.
Still, I gotta put in my support for Rachel because she was third. Like she,
to the end, would be the next really possible option. But I think probably they're saying we've already done an African American, but she's not African American actually.
No, she's not. She was
like Native American.
No, she's Hawaiian.
She's okay. So she was
technically she would be the first Asian American if they picked her too.
Okay.
So,
although she's not,
but I do think Jen is a great choice. I think she's a beautiful woman. She's smart. She's well educated. She's gonna have an amazing career. I think it was a good choice. I think she'll be fine. Once we get over Daisy and Maria not being it.
No, I've been over Daisy.
Also sure.
I've been over Daisy, even though I think she's sweet. But now that I've slept on it and I've cried my eyes out for Maria,
you take this so personal.
Now that I've bawled and kicked and screamed and thrown several plates on the floor, the tantrum is over. And I do think Jen is going to represent. And I really do. I think she's kind of level-headed and not this, I just want to be on TV. And, I mean,
we did say everybody's taking shots. I think it'll be a fun season. I think it will be a very fun season.
Shawnee, I thought that her whole speech, though, was so awkward to me. Like, I think here's why.
Because we were all stunned.
And so I feel like when they called Jen's name, everybody was like, wait, what? Who? What?
Right.
What? Right? Everybody was
And then when they had Maria like encourage her and tell her how great she was going to do, I was like, this is so awkward and forced.
I was
awkward and forced.
cringing when Maria was, and then they cut Maria off midway. The whole thing was so cringy. Maria's like, "You're gonna be," just like Coco. Shawnee, the whole thing was so. I had secondhand embarrassment for that. But here's another thing that irked me. Why? So Daisy had her moment on the stage. She spoke to Joey. Then she had her moment with Kelsey. She leaves the stage. Jessie says, "Is this our new Bachelorette? Welcome, Daisy." What was the point of that segment?
Because they wanted, I know, because I thought that that's what they said. She was the new Bachelorette. I got
we all thought that.
Like writing about it.
Right. We all thought that, Shawnee. And then, so we were like, okay. And then they asked her, "Are you ready to love?" And she said, "No."
And she was like, "Nope."
Then everybody was confused. But what
I was so confused. Like, what do you mean you're not ready?
I'm thinking they planned this segment out
absolutely
before she said no.
Oh, you know what? That's very possible. Like
right.
It was all
and so no, with advertising dollars and a time slot to fill.
Well, they had the Daisy cottage cheese commercial. Did you catch that?
I heard it. I heard about it, but I didn't notice it.
It came on right after all that. It was like all about, you got to have Daisy.
Which makes it even more obvious that she
But they've been doing that with the Daisy commercials all season.
Oh, okay.
Like that was their big major sponsor all season or something. Like whoever sells ads for them was brilliant is what it was.
Well done.
Very well done. Yes. I mean,
but that whole thing was the most awkward thing I've ever seen because everybody thought they had chosen Daisy.
Yeah, I mean, it was very awkward.
Because she did. What was the purpose of her coming back on the stage then? She was done. It was wild. I loved every minute of it, even the awkward ones where I had to look away real quick.
Look away.
Shawnee, here's the thing. Many times I had to be like, oh gosh.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot.
It was a lot.
And the thing is, though, they could do that whole finale in under 2 hours. They didn't have to do all that.
Like, why would you have me propped up on my bed for 2 hours watching this?
3. It was 3 hours.
Honey, why? This can be an hour. We wrap it up. We move on.
Because they can because commercials. You know,
the ads gotta bring in that money.
There's so many commercials, and they knew we would sit all the way till the end because they knew we wanted to know who the Bachelorette was. So.
But speaking, all right, so let's transition. So we know who the Bachelorette is, which is how it usually works. Explain to me why we're still clueless about the Golden Bachelorette.
I don't know, but I'm so tired.
It's like what?
Here's what I think that they're gonna do, because the Golden Bachelorette is supposed to start filming this summer. Like I want to say May, June, and then it's gonna air in September.
But that's like 2 months away.
Right. I think that we're not gonna learn about who the Golden Bachelorette is until the Bachelorette starts to air, or like right before that, because they're going to tell us right before, I think. Otherwise, when are they going to tell us? Because we have a big break from now until like the end of May-ish or beginning of June when the Bachelorette starts to air.
It's so weird. I was like, what are we waiting on?
I think that they're still auditioning who it's going to be. Just like this, they always wait until right up to the end to announce who it is, because they don't necessarily know who it's going to be. They're still weighing it out. I think that they haven't picked yet. I really think it's between Susan Knowles and Leslie Fima. I hate to say that out loud, because obviously we were very wrong about the Maria Daisy thing.
Like, what do we know? We know nothing.
But that wasn't us, because I feel like had one of them actually said yes, then we would have been right.
So we were right. It's just they were working.
They didn't want it, or whatever.
Which is random and weird, by the way. Like normally they're like, yes.
It comes with a huge paycheck and all kinds of perks that especially like Daisy with her social media, that would have been great for her. But I mean, I guess maybe she also figured she doesn't need it because her social media grew so much all season long anyway. So,
and I think also I feel like the bullying that the cast has endured this season seems to have ramped up a bit. And I just feel as if and especially because it's so new, like it's just happening. I think maybe they had a month or two to kind of let it die down and process, but because we're right in the thick of it, where persons are still being so nasty online, they're just saying, listen, I need a break.
Right.
So,
I mean, and I can see that. The thing is, though, is it happens every season on every show with every cast.
yeah. But has it gotten worse? Has it gotten worse?
I don't feel like it's gotten worse because, I mean, you've seen some of the things that people say about like the 90 Day Fiance cast, the Married at First Sight cast.
Yeah, brutal.
It's awful. So like, I mean, maybe the Bachelor stars aren't as used to it. I don't know. I feel like they get hate too, and they always have. Like, if you remember some of the previous, some of the previous villains of the show, Corinne Olympios, she got so much hate online. Victoria Larson, tons of hate online. Even Nick Viall, Nick, still, like, you post about Nick on social media and people hate on him.
Yes, and then Nick, I mean, look
like,
at
there's
Nick.
nothing that he can do to redeem himself to get people to chill out.
Yeah, and Nick seems like such a decent guy now with his baby and his girlfriend.
He's grown up a lot, but he made a career in social media and podcasting, and he talks about The Bachelor. And has them all I ever see people say is he needs to move on and mind his business. Well, I mean, apparently we do too.
No, but that's literally his business now.
It's his business now, right?
He loves reality TV, and it's not just The Bachelor; it's all the reality TV.
All of it, right?
And he's watching them. A lot of them, he's actually watching. Because when I'm seeing the interviews, you can tell like he didn't just watch one episode and it's like, yeah, right. So this is his livelihood now, and he's doing well.
Right. I've told you for a long time, I'm a big Nick fan.
You have been. You saw his potential. You're one of them that sees the potential.
Oh, I'm trying not to be, okay. It's like my goal now is to stop it with the potential.
Like when the
potential, not currently doing it, we don't care.
When the potential gets here, you call me. Okay.
Right. The potential in the room.
When the potential is in the room with us, you give me a call.
Right.
All right. Let's talk about, because this is going to be quick, is Real Housewives of Potomac. Which, by the way, I have not been, this is the worst season of Potomac for me ever.
It's been a drag.
It's horrid because the cast are unaware that this is their job. And so they think they can just show up for their job and not speak. Like, it's me walking into my office and deciding I'm not talking to any of my coworkers, because why would I? So even though we have a job to do, nope, not talking to her about the meeting. That's what they're doing. So we have a cast of 3 people over here, 3 people over there. We're not seeing group dynamics. We're not seeing them together in a room. And when they push them in a room together, nobody's talking to each other. It is horrible. I've probably watched.
Sounds like New Jersey.
It is. Shawnee, no, it's worse than New Jersey, because I feel like even when New Jersey are whatever, it's maybe just 2 people not speaking. And even then, even Melissa and Teresa know that we still have to show up and do our job. That's the difference. Like, they know this is their job.
And at least they will definitely talk about each other behind each other's backs.
And also they'll talk to everybody else. This guy, only Karen Hugo knows that she's at work. Everybody else thinks that they're just having fun. And so Candiace has left. I read that she actually chose to leave. And by the way, I know people hate Candiace. I love her.
I'm not surprised she chose to leave at this point.
I'm happy she chose to leave, because you know what, Shawnee?
Did she though?
I think she did. I think she chose to leave.
You just want to hope she did. You know how they are when they decide not to bring somebody back.
No, but the fact that, I think she chose to leave because, I did read that she left on her own accord. And also, whenever they say the door is not closed, it's like a candy bar thing.
Oh, yeah.
The door is not fully closed. That she has the option. But I think it's very smart. Candiace is such a smart businesswoman to me. Candiace came on the show. Candiace has a music career now. I see her at the BET Awards. I see her at every music award she's in. She has like 2 series that she's starring in. She has her husband. She's about to have babies. Candiace is smart. Candiace used this platform to kick off her career, and now she can go.
Right.
And now the girls will have to work because they don't have Candiace as a storyline. So now everybody's going to have to show up and actually work. So let's see who we're going to blame now that Candiace is gone.
Right. That's true.
However, Robyn, I hear, actually got fired.
Thank goodness.
And Robyn has been
so tired of this whole back and forth. Is she with Juan? Is she not? Who cares?
Donnie,
Robyn's never going to leave him.
But also, Shawnee, this is what annoys me about Robyn has not given me anything since season 2. And how their Robyn stands out there, it boggles my mind. Queen Robyn, what does Robyn do? Robyn, you see the minute Robyn went behind that paywall and charged people to tell us what happened, I was done with Robyn. Robyn, I felt like was on the edge, right? And then Andy Cohen was not happy when she didn't share the details on the show. I feel like they said, all right, we're going to bring her back. And now is her chance to redeem herself. She did not redeem herself. She gave us nothing. Robyn has been riding on Giselle's coattails, and now we need to move. By the way, I think the friend RHOP for me, the face of RHOP, even though I'm not a Giselle fan, is Giselle and the Grand Dame. I can't see the franchise without them. I don't like Giselle, but I just see they to me are Potomac. And everybody else can go or stay or, you know.
I mean, they have to be there until they find somebody as big or bigger.
Right. They have to find somebody really dynamic, you know. And this is what I love about the Grand Dame. So Karen doesn't necessarily want to make up with Robyn and Giselle. Karen knows though she has a job and people are watching and she just puts everything aside and be like, all right, here we are. Let's meet. Let's hash this out. That's Karen. Like, let's do our job that we're getting paid to do. And it tried several times throughout the season. And Robyn insists she's not talking to Candiace, and Candiace is not talking to Robyn, and Giselle is not talking to Candiace, and Giselle is not talking to Wendy. Get off my screen. Get them all off of my TV.
Now let's just see though next season if Karen holds true. Because she's going to have a heck of a storyline and a lot of explaining.
She's going to have to talk about this DUI and all of this that's coming out now. And
what on earth she was thinking. Oh my gosh.
So Karen is coming back for sure. Mia just secured herself 2 more seasons at least. Because Mia not only left her husband, but Mia has a new man. Apparently the new man was always in the relationship. The husband allowed him in the relationship. One of the kids could be his, and the husband knows, and he knows that their child might be the side man's child.
That's a lot of mess.
So Mia's coming back for sure.
Yeah, we got to find out. DNA test time.
But also, Gordon, Mia was like, Gordon needs a wig because he wants to be the next housewife.
He needs a wig and a skirt. He's the next housewife.
Oh boy.
Because Gordon is letting it all out. I mean, it's, Shawnee, it is messy, and I am here for, so Mia is back. I'm not even a fan of Mia, but, so we know we're getting Mia and Karen and Giselle.
Okay.
And I'm excited now for the new season of Potomac. Now I have something to look forward to.
We have to wait for months. I
just want to watch the reunion because reunions are always good. So I want to watch the reunion and then I'm ready. All right. House of Villains.
Oh, hi. Welcome to E's House of Villains Season 2 auditions.
I am so excited.
Season 2.
The first season was great, so I'm super excited for the second season, and the cast is looking pretty good.
I'm so excited. Okay, so here's the cast. So they were very smart because they brought back New York.
My name is Tiffany New York Pollard, and you know me from House of Villains Season 1.
That is epic. Like, who would think that it would bring somebody back? So New York, I'm there for it. Teresa Giudice.
That was the one that I was like, okay. But also when I saw her name announced, I thought, maybe there is something to this report that Louis is spending all her money because otherwise, why is she doing? Yeah, she needs money.
But also, Teresa loves the attention. But Teresa loves these things.
Yeah. But when has she been on another reality show ever?
I don't know.
Ever.
Yeah. Also, isn't House of Villains affiliated with Bravo? Because that could also be it. Because if you're on, is E right? Aren't they under the same umbrella as the Bravo family?
I think you might be right.
Yeah, so that would have something.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. This is the one that surprised me, and he's gonna be good. Is Safari from Love and Hip Hop?
I think that'll be great. I actually love Safari. I think he's fun TV.
Davari is always good TV. Also, Shawnee Larissa Lima from 90
I'm
Day
so
Fiancé.
excited.
I didn't even recognize Larissa. I was like, who is
She
this
doesn't look
woman?
recognizable anymore. She's had so much work done.
But
But
I
I'm excited to see her come back to TV because it's been several years now, and
I am.
let's see what she has to say.
It was the most random thing. I was like, first of all, I had no idea who it was, and I was like, oh, it is.
But are you surprised though? Because they had Anfisa last season, so now they have Larissa, like the 90 Day Fiance villains.
That's true.
It makes so much sense.
That's true. But also, you're right. You're right.
I was excited to see that.
So
It's
good.
gonna be fun.
Bad Girls Club is on. Her name is Camila Poindexter. I remember her from back in the day. She was one of the bad girls.
Yeah. I didn't watch as much Bad Girls Club as I probably should have.
And this is when Bad Girls Club was good. Like back in
right.
the day when they weren't just on there tearing out each other's hair just for the sake of it.
Right.
Yeah. And Wes from
The Challenge. Yes. That should be good too, because he's a competitor and he's
right. He's gonna go all out.
Somebody that isn't just about physical, like he can handle the mental stuff too, and it'll be good.
Yes. The guy from Survivor, his name is Richard Hatch. Right. Naked guy.
First Survivor winner ever.
Yes. I just call him Naked Guy because I just remember him being naked.
Yep, I remember that too. And he did it. He said at a later time that he did it to unnerve his competitors because it freaked them all out.
Well, I was also unnerved as well.
Right. Well, back then that was a big deal that he did. Now we have like Naked and Afraid, like nobody cares.
Like Sir,
back then that would have been very unnerving, and the camera crew is probably like, "What do we do with this?"
Sir, put your clothes on. It's fine. Right? Jesse Godders.
Oh, you don't remember Jesse? He's a wrestler now. He was on Big Brother several seasons ago, and he makes an appearance almost every season.
Okay, so he looks familiar, but is he bigger, like bulkier now?
Mm-hmm. He started working out. He got super buff, and he became a professional wrestler.
Gotcha. Because I'm like, I know his face, but what is this body?
Yeah, he's like a bodybuilder now. Yeah,
I see. And then Candy Muse. She's from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes,
that's the other person. Yeah. So that's no. There's somebody else. Victoria, who you'll know. I don't know her. Victoria Larson.
Victoria Larson was that's who I told you was like a big villain on The Bachelor. I want to say
her. Yes,
Peter Weber's season. And she was just really super catty. She was the one that was like always in the confessionals talking about how amazing she is and how he was going to definitely pick her. And she's so wonderful.
They always get picked when they say.
She's like an old pageant queen. She did pageants and she lives in Florida. She's always on social media in a bikini. Like that's Victoria. Okay. She's cool. She's actually not terrible, but I think she'll be good for this because she's the type of person like, I wouldn't be surprised if she goes toe to toe with somebody like Larissa.
Oh, yes. No. And Tiffany, because Tiffany don't play. New York.
Yeah, maybe. I think more Larissa though.
Okay.
Like, I was like, I don't think she's not the type that would want to go toe to toe with New York. I wouldn't want. Gotcha. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want that. Who
won the last House of Villain?
Tanisha Thomas.
From Bad Girls Club?
Mm-hmm. It was Tanisha Thomas.
Okay. Gotcha.
It looks like they brought people from the same shows.
Yeah.
Which is smart. If it works, don't break it,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, so another series that is coming back. This time it's 90 Day The Last Resort. And the cast hasn't exactly been announced, but there's been
like
some
last time. Right. Again, what works, don't break it, because it got leaked last time and now it's getting leaked again. So these are we have though.
The potential couples so far. Right. Okay.
The alleged couples.
The alleged couples. So there's Sophie and Rob.
Okay, needed.
Yes, and I also hear that they're over now. So I guess
that could or could not be for
reality TV
ratings drama.
Once again, we have Jasmine and Gino, because why not?
What's wrong with you?
You've been punishing me.
Overexposure at this point, though.
I'm tired of them.
How am I watching Jasmine and Gino?
We're just gonna watch her scream and cry again.
No, but it doesn't. Can we at least give the audience a like, Shawnee? I just saw these two get. Jasmine was sucking Gino's toes last week on a Happily Ever After.
Oh, what?
I love your face so much.
Oh yeah, suck that toe.
Shawnee, I saw it and oh my God. Don't look for it because you're gonna throw up. Okay, so just you don't want to see it.
That's a lot. Okay, well.
So last week she's sucking his toes. And now they're on the last resort because they're on the brink. Stop it. Stop.
Because they'll do any spinoff at all for.
No, but like, can we enough? It's
no wonder he's not working. They don't need to.
Like, work for what? This is the job now. I'm seeing Brandon and Julia as the other couple.
Brandon and
It's most random.
What do they need? Are they gonna like wear out that whole she wants to go back to dancing storyline?
That's the only Brandon and Julia are perfectly fine.
Right.
Why are they on the I think they just want to
make something up. They must want to have a baby. And one of them does. Who knows?
I think they just want to be back in the TV world. And so it came up and they're like, sure. Brandon and Julia are not breaking up. Stop it. We know you're perfect. We see your cute videos with you and the parents and your dogs. You're fine. Stop.
Right.
Like, this is the most
nice try, but nobody buys this. Anyway.
Sure. Wink, wink. Brandon and Julia.
Right? So on the 90-day fiance vein, something interesting popped up after the last episode of Happily Ever After. And I don't have confirmation. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's very much looking like we may not see Angela and Michael because they were in the sneak peek the week before. And then they were not in the last episode. They haven't been in the first episode. They weren't in the second episode. And then the sneak peek after that, they were not in that either. And that is a big red flag because guess who they're showing all over the place?
Who?
They're showing Mahmoud and Nicole.
Which just had...
Which we thought weren't going to be there, but it looks like they certainly are.
Because I heard she's back with Mahmoud and like the charges were dropped and she's back with him. So
Are we surprised though?
So I think they brought them back because no, Angela is
like dropping all kinds of weird like cryptic stuff on social media
every day,
not making any announcements about it. Like
she just posed these, when God has your back, you don't have to.
She said that she doesn't want him back and like she's not going to apologize for something she didn't do. And
okay, Shawnee, does this mean we're finally ridding ourselves of Angela?
We might be, unless this all blows over and they put her on Single Life. Don't hold your breath. I don't want to get excited about this because
you're right. I'm gonna hold the excitement in so as not to,
because you can imagine Angela on the Single Life would be a hot mess and they would die to do it. But I guess it really depends on the legal stuff, how it plays out with Michael, because this is really messy and we really don't know where they're at right now.
Johnny, you just gave them an idea to put Angela on the Single Life. And
as if they didn't already have.
And I'm gonna blame you now because they're just like
it was either that or we were gonna get another season of her on The Last Resort. Like after all this, if they can reconcile, I'm sure they're dying to put Angela and Michael on The Last Resort in person together. I mean,
right, because now that he's here, oh gosh, let's not do this to Michael. But you're right, and you're giving them another idea, Shawnee. Stop it.
As if their own people haven't figured that out. But okay, I'll take credit. I'll take credit for the great ideas.
All these ideas of how to work around this, Shawnee, it's your fault now. So let's see if you can sleep tonight knowing that. Okay,
I'll sleep like a baby.
Well, our time is up anyway, so